Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Gizmo Joe. As you can see today we are going to be taking a look at the Xiaomi Redmi Note 5. Now I ordered this guy off of the official Xiaomi AliExpress store. I got DHL shipping and it took all of about 5 days for it to get here. Now I live in Adelaide, Australia, and this came straight from China, so 5 days is pretty darn quick. Now, I'm really excited about this particular phone because I've done lots of research and it seems like this is going to be a serious contender for my new daily driver after I test it, of course. But just quick, taking a look at the box, the Xiaomi Redmi Note series never had fancy boxes. I remember my Note 2 came in a sort of beigey box. It was very nondescript. This obviously has the kind of trademark burnt orange color, along with just some really standout-ish white text. You can see the little Mi logo up here. If we look on the back here, it's got some info. So you're looking at a 4.99-inch screen. So that's going to be an 18:9 aspect ratio, which is all the rage nowadays. You got dual SIM. You got it's 4G, etc., etc. The big thing is the camera on this guy. Now I've been looking at Chris over at Tech Tablets. He's done some really good reviews on the camera capability of the Redmi Note 5, and I'm really psyched about that. It's also got a 4,000 milliamp hour battery, which is huge, and it's also the first phone to come out with the Snapdragon 636, which is an upgrade to Xiaomi's favorite SoC, which was the 625, which I believe they're still using in a lot of phones. But anyway, the 636 should have a performance boost. I always go for black, which ends up costing me about $15 extra. I don't know why they charge you more for black. I think that's a little ridiculous, but anyway, that's just me. And I got the 4GB RAM variant, and that has a 64 gigabytes of storage. There's a couple different variants of the Redmi Note 5. I think they're for different regions, but when you buy it online, it doesn't really matter what region you're in. I don't know. As far as I could tell, there's probably at least 4 different versions of this, but I wanted the one with the dual AI camera, so I made sure I got one of those. Anyway, this is just going to be a quick unboxing video. I'm going to put it through its paces for about a week, and then I am going to give you my full review next week. But anyway, I've already taken the plastic off. It did come all sealed, but I already took it off because I figure that's annoying to watch because it always takes me a long time to take it off. But anyway, let's just open up the box. I should mention how light it is as well. It is a very light phone. So nothing there. If we take a look here, here's the phone. And the phone is very light. Obviously, the back is metal. You got the dual camera there, and we'll take a look at that in just a second. But let's have a look at what's actually in the box here. All right, so we have, I think this should have a screen protector inside. Not a screen protector, but just a case. Okay, yep, it does. And it looks like it is it all black or is it kind of a smoky color? Oh yeah, so it's a smoky sort of translucent color. I actually really like that. I think that looks smart. But anyway, you can see, you'll probably have to, now if you look at this phone, you'll see that the dual camera setup is kind of like the iPhone where it pushes out from the body. So if you don't want it to have that sort of rockiness, you're going to have to use the screen protector because that should make it flush, and it seems like it does, sort of. It still pops out though. I don't know. I'll give it a go. I like to use screen, your protectors there because I don't like getting this all smashed up. Because of course, as soon as you don't have one on, that's when you drop the thing. Anyway, what else is in here? Come on. Looks like some sort of manual, maybe warranty card. So just like a safety thing, thanks for choosing this. This is how you use it, etc., etc. So nothing too special there. Look, here we have looks like just a standard charging brick. I can't really read that. I believe that the Redmi Note 5 is capable of quick charging, but I think this is just a standard sort of power brick. So if you're interested in Quick charging, you'll have to supply your own. And it looks like right here we just have a micro USB cable. I know that a lot of people have been giving Xiaomi sort of flack because they are using a standard micro USB cable as opposed to USB-C, which seems to be, the wave of the future or whatever. It doesn't really bother me. I don't really care too much about the faster transfer speeds, but some people really think that this should be USB-C. Again, it doesn't bother me, but just be aware that if you are going to grab this guy, it's just a standard micro USB cable. What else is in here? Let's take a look. Looks like just a SIM ejector tool, and that looks like that's glued onto the bottom. So no headphones or anything like that, which is a bit of a disappointment, but not a big deal. Anyway, let's set the box aside. Let's take another quick look at the phone itself. So as I mentioned before, this is a 5.99-inch screen, and it's in a 18:9 aspect ratio. It feels beautiful in the hand. You have just a slight lip here, this slight sort of floating panel. It kind of reminds me of the Oppo A7 III that I reviewed a few weeks back. They had a very similar sort of design. Again, Xiaomi has been known to kind of copy design elements from the iPhone, as does Oppo, so it's no surprise there that they share some similarities. You can see here the antenna bands look very premium. This is all metal back. You get your fingerprint scanner on the back. You get your dual camera setup, which again, I can't wait to test out because it's supposed to be pretty good, especially for this price point. I should mention that I got mine, ended up being about 300 and change, and that's Australian dollars. So that's probably around 218 or so US. You also have to remember that here in Australia we have GST, so 10% of whatever the cost price of the device is gets tacked on to the overall cost. So, I probably paid a little bit more than 300 Australian, but in terms of US, if you don't have that GST, that import fee or whatever, you're probably looking more about 220 US. It says here it's got a 13 megapixel front camera. It's got that AI powered dual camera. I don't know what that means, and you got your 636 processor and 4 gigabytes of RAM. Anyway, I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm really looking forward to testing it out and having a look. Looks like you get your SIM card tray there, your volume rocker and your power buttons, and then the micro SD is down at the bottom, along with your speaker grill and your microphone. And is that a headphone jack? Yes, it is. Headphone jack, 3.5 mil standard. Excellent. Just what I like to see, so I could use all my old awesome headphones that I still use. Anyway, that's going to do it for the Redmi Note 5 unboxing. There's not much to it. Very simple box, not many accessories, but it does include a little soft neoprene case, which is always a welcome addition. Anyway, check back next week for my full review on the Redmi Note 5. Really looking forward to it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will catch you all next week with my review of the Redmi Note 5. Get psyched. Anyway, this has been Gizmo Joe, signing off.